We didn't get to talk to you, so what was your assessment of the opener and things you want to kind of build upon from there?
It was playing a good like offensive schemed opponent. They did some really good things to challenge some of our rules, which was it was really good to see. You don't ever want to feel like if our guys lose focus or lose focus on a rep or a snap. It's good because it's literally a win for us. In any game that you can win, where you make a couple of mistakes, you can grow from it. It's always I'll take an average win over a good loss any day. You know what I mean? So, for the most part, if you took, with 76 offensive plays, 60 of them I was really, really pleased. It was 15 plays where we just, we played a lot of guys. We cleared our whole bench. But it was we had a couple penalties on a three-point drive. We gave up an explosive against the coverage. We should never give up that explosive. We blew the coverage. They schemed us up on a couple things to attack what we do defensively, which was really good to see because, we have answers for it and explaining to our guys, like, here's our calls and here's what it takes away. But at the same time, like, it comes down to being in the right calls as well. That's why we spend so much time in the office trying to put our guys in the best position to be successful. So, like I said, it's hard to win, okay, and it's hard to win. You look at scores, and I know people like to compare scores. For 60 of those 76 plays, I was pleased. Would like to see more effort, too, and that's something we've really coached this week out of our guys and the intensity, and I'm fully expecting us to make that step this week.
Coach Dillingham talked a lot about how much he's seen Blake Shapen grow as a quarterback in recent years, and how much of a challenge it's going to be that you guys probably won't do the same thing 2 times in a row to a quarterback that's that good. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, he's an experienced, poised quarterback. He makes good throws under pressure. He knows when he's about to get hit, and he has the courage to be able to step into some of his throws. He's also a guy that, he trusts his receivers to be in spots, so he does a great job of putting the ball in spots against certain coverages. And there's an offense, too, that really exploits space. And so I think he's just a really talented quarterback and a leader, and he's able to get the ball downfield.
What will be the keys to deal with their tempo on offense this week?
Yeah, the biggest thing always, versus alignment teams is just getting guys aligned. Marking your guys and making sure we don't leave anybody uncovered. So, the challenges are always getting to our coverage adjustments, and those guys getting lined up. They have all the answers for that in terms of offensively. It's a really well thought out scheme. To the naked eye, it doesn't seem real tough to defend, but they have answers to everything. And we've got a lot of respect for this style of offense and these coaches. And there's a long tree of coaches that had a lot of success with this offense. So, it's going to be a challenge for us to be able to get lined up and play at the tempo that they want to play at.
I would imagine communication will be a key this week as it was last week.
Communication is a key every single week. And, whenever you see things that don't go well on defense, it's because of the communication factor.
As far as the NAU offense, maybe they made it kind of harder for you to rush the quarterback effectively, but did get better in the second half. And also in terms of tackles for loss, that actually was a number that was really nice. 8. Yeah. What did you think about just the pressure up front?
They didn't give you opportunities to rush the quarterback. It was 3rd and long, and I think they threw, and I'm paraphrasing because I moved on, but I think like 4 screens, ran the ball once, and you're talking about 3rd and extra long. This is 3rd and 10 plus. Then you get in the 3rd and medium, and they're getting the ball out as quickly as possible. So they knew what it was a well called game, but I couldn't have asked for us to execute better on 3rd down, and we did that really well. We executed pretty well in the red zone too. If you take away that last drive, and like I said, we played a lot of guys that hadn't been on the field before. You know what I mean? So it was good. I'm glad to play that type of opponent because we have. We're going to see those type of offenses that are going to try to get your vertical RPOs going, and that's something they hadn't shown. They hadn't shown any empty. They had 7 snaps empty in a 6-game breakdown for us. You know what I mean? So they came out. I think they showed us 11 snaps empty just in our game alone. So it was well. They threw the kitchen sink at us, and our guys. We had 5 or 6 3-and-outs, something like that. We were 13 of 15 on 3rd down. Our guys executed the plan. It's just there were certain things that he did to attack our defense. It was really well thought of, and we went in with, hey, we're going to be more simple rather than put the pressure on our guys to communicate. Sold out crowd. Let's just play football. and they had the right answers, and they executed some calls. So hats off to them. They're good coaches too.
Right after the game, Jordan Cook was talking about how he was speaking for the whole defense, that they didn't think it was up to the defense's standard. How much do you think Cook has grown as a leader to kind of take on that responsibility?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'll address that. Our standards and our expectations are always going to be super high for this defense, and they'll be every week. And and that's right. When you look at the end of the game and look how we finished the game, that's the thing that's the most disappointing piece. And we blew a couple coverages that we'd actually repped and we'd worked. So hopefully, again, we're able to grow from that, and we're able to rise ourselves to the standard as we start getting into the meat of our the talent that we play and the type of teams that we're going to play. Crook is a guy that everybody trusts. That guy brings it every single day. And leadership is consistency, and leadership is influence. And that guy influences everybody by his toughness. That guy's going to answer a call in the middle of the night if you need him. He's a guy that you just depend on. He's a rare breed, and guys will get behind that dude.
You got two leaders in that group, don't you, with Elliott as well?
I got three.
Different types.
You got three. You got in Cyrus. You know what I mean? So you see all these guys, they bring, and they're different types of leaders, and they all complement each other. So we got an outstanding room. You got a guy, Tate Romney, who's the ultimate team guy. You know what I mean? So you got just good examples of what leadership should really be. You have guys that do it by work ethic, and Crook and Keyshawn. You got guys that do it that literally are up and down. They're very consistent in the way they come to work every day and their attitude, and they uplift the locker room like Cyrus. Then you got a guy like Tate who's just a leader. The guy's started games here. He's played a lot of football here, and he knows that his role on this team. When he comes in, he executes. So we got a great linebacker room.
What do you think about the run game? They have the transfer who's a bigger back and a couple guys, and what do they like to do there?
Physical dudes, downhill guys. Perfect, for this style of offense. This style of offense, they want to attack the middle of the field with their running backs, attack the perimeter of the field with their passing game, and then complement it by getting a big back to be able to add to the protection so they can get the ball down the field. So it's just, again, it's really well thought of, really well thought out, program culture and what they have as a standard. So we're fully expecting an improved Mississippi State team.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Appreciate it.